On the News Hour debate number 2 tonight, we have the former acting president of Pakistan, Wasim Sajjad. He's making his debut appearance on the News Hour this evening. Twice former acting president of Pakistan. Welcome, Colonel Shafqat Saeed, with him defense analyst, and Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, defense analyst from Karachi. From Delhi, we have Maruf Raza, consulting of editor strategic affairs. We have former High Commissioner to Pakistan, one of India's most eminent diplomats, G. Parthasarathy, and General B.S. Jaswal, former Army Commander, Northern Command. So we have very senior representation on this. And viewers, before I begin the debate tonight, last evening on the News Hour, we exposed Pakistan's role in the violence in Kashmir. In one of the videos we showed you, 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed is heard saying, Nawaz Sharif must take advantage. Fayda uthana chahiye, were his exact words. On the other side, his embattled Prime Minister, who is facing calls for martial law, has taken the cue tonight.
The News Hour debate begins in 2 minutes from now. This is Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, a country whose diplomacy is dictated by its army. What you see now is the parallel government in Pakistan dictating diplomacy to Nawaz Sharif. And this is the Prime Minister of Pakistan, who's just returned from London and is facing a backlash from his army.
Hafiz Saeed and Syed Salahuddin not just mourned terrorist Burhan Wani's death, but also told Pakistan to take advantage of the situation in Kashmir now. Following the directive of the terrorists, Pakistan issued a statement on Monday. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif hailing terrorist Wani as a big Kashmiri leader and also questioning the Indian forces or the situation in Kashmir.
And a day after getting a warning from New Delhi, Pakistan has risked embarrassment at the United Nations.
The Pakistan Foreign Secretary Ejaz Chaudhry briefed the ambassadors of the P5 nations over their so-called concern over the developing situation in the Kashmir Valley. The Pak diplomat not only raised the human rights violations allegedly by the Indian security forces, but also appealed to the P5 nations to interfere in this issue directly.
But here's what Pakistan hasn't told the United Nations. The unrest in the valley is fueled by Pakistan. The violence in Kashmir plotted by ISI-backed terrorists. And the man whose death Nawaz Sharif is mourning and condemning is the commander of a Pakistani-based terror group.
It just shows Pakistan's opportunism. Pakistan should look within to what it is doing to its Baluchis. Pakistan should look at Gilgit-Baltistan. Pakistan should stop ill-treating the people of POK.
These posters are staring back at Nawaz Sharif. And the world knows that Kashmir is a quick fix solution to Islamabad to stay in power. But this time, India has called the bluff. Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And I'd like to start the debate by getting into the debate G. Parthasarathy along with Wasim Sajjad. And by the way, feel free to come in. It's an open debate. I'd just like to go to our guest from Islamabad first. Mr. Sajjad, you know, you're a very senior man. You've been President of Pakistan, acting President of Pakistan twice. So you should know, what the whole issue of priorities. Now, I'm quite surprised, Mr. Sajjad, that at a time when Nawaz Sharif seriously faces the possibility of a coup, when there is open talk of a coup, yet another military coup in Pakistan, instead of meeting and discussing India's zero tolerance to terror policy, which is our right, he calls a cabinet meeting to discuss that. He should be talking about the possibility of a military coup in Pakistan. Why do you want to meddle in our affairs? You should redirect your focus and focus on why there are banners all over Pakistan urging your army chief, General Rahil Sharif, to take control of the government. That should be your focus. How we deal with terrorists on our soil is our business. I'm sure you understand the seriousness of what I'm saying here, Mr. Sajjad.
Well, let me say first of all that there is no threat of a coup in Pakistan, and the army is performing its very difficult role of defending the borders of Pakistan and also dealing with terrorist activities in some areas bordering Pakistan. So I don't see any possibility or threat of a coup.
Why are there posters all over Pakistan? I am told that across 13 cities there are posters urging General Rahil Sharif to impose martial law.
I have no idea. I have no idea who has put up the posters.
But
it's
you know,
obviously somebody.
but it's all over. I'll tell you.
The fact is that there is absolutely no threat to Pakistan.
Mr. Sajjad, I'm just saying you should be careful.
Of a coup.
Mr. Sajjad, all I'm saying is you should be careful. You know your country's delicate situation, and from Lahore, Karachi, Peshawar, Quetta, Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, Sargodha and Hyderabad.
Sympathizing with Pakistan on coup or democracy.
Mr. Abid Rao, why are you giving touchy?
Exactly.
Mr. Abid Rao, let the former president of Pakistan
you are
respond.
debating a wrong thing. This is not your
Yes,
subject.
I understand.
Let the former president of Pakistan
I
respond.
understand.
Yeah.
He's made it
Well,
clear
I
to you.
understand the position. As I said, there is no threat of a coup.
No,
As far as
I'm
the
saying
position
there's
of Kashmir
nobody
is
ever
concerned,
anticipated a
As
coup.
you were saying, Kashmir is an issue which is unfinished agenda of 1947. There's been suppression and brutalities going in Kashmir over a long time.
Mr. Sajjad.
Thousands of people have died. And I think India is in a state of denial over Kashmir.
No,
The
one second.
proper
That's our
course
internal
would be
matter.
for the
That's our
Indian
internal
government to
matter.
understand the situation.
No, that's our
Repression.
internal matter.
Stop
That
violating
is-
human
that is
rights
our- that is
and
our
come
internal
to the
matter.
table to discuss this issue.
No.
They
You
should
discuss
this issue on the
Balochistan
table,
first.
Try and find a solution.
I'll tell you what.
But a state of denial will only continue.
No, I'll tell you, Mr. Sajjad, Mr. Sajjad, Mr. Sajjad, Mr. Sajjad, Mr.
So I don't
Sajjad.
understand why
Yeah.
you are in a state of denial.
No,
on this
Mr.
issue.
Sajjad, I'll tell you one thing. Please don't take it personally. I don't mean to, have a personal discussion here. In fact, I began by complimenting you. You're a very senior man. You've been acting president of Pakistan twice. As far as I'm aware, you're the longest serving chairman of the Senate. Right? So I know your background, but if you want to talk about denial, one second, with the greatest of respect to you, sir, with the greatest of respect to you, Mr. Sajjad.
You are a very good anchor. I appreciate
Mr.
what you're
Sajjad,
saying,
Mr.
but I think you should get out of the state of denial.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
And
Mr.
should
Sajjad,
understand.
Mr. Sajjad, you're a very good
Last 70
politician.
years of service.
You're a very good
There has
politician.
been
You would not have risen to be. You are a very good politician.
Trying to suppress the
Mr. Sajjad, as I said,
Thousands of people have
Mr.
died.
Sajjad, first of all,
Thousands of people have died.
Mr.
There have
Sajjad.
been curfews in Kashmir.
Mr. Sajjad.
Most of your forces are deployed in Kashmir.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think the proper,
Yeah.
prudent approach would be
Yeah.
to come to the table, negotiating table.
No,
as
Mr.
civilized
Sajjad,
people.
I will now have to get
Address the
responses
issue
from our
and find a
Indian
solution.
protagonists. But before that, Maruf, may I just,
do that.
because I always like to return a compliment, because you're the first Pakistani panelist who said I'm a good anchor. I'm a bit shocked and surprised, but I accept the compliment. Now the question is, Mr. Sajjad, you're a very good politician too. But as a good politician, you understand whether it's me or you who are in denial. Because in February 2012, US Congressman, Dana Rohra Basha introduced a resolution in the US House of Representatives calling upon Pakistan to recognize the Baluch right to self-determination. You want me to remind you how Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani described the move as an attack on the country's
your
sovereignty?
Prime Minister
Mr. Sajjad, you know my point. You are too
Prime
afraid to
Minister-
discuss Baluchistan on any international platform, but you bizarrely demand that Kashmir should be discussed. Who is in denial, you or me?
In Balochistan also. You will remember that.
No, who is in denial, you or me?
remember that he
I think you're in
recognized
denial,
it
not
and
me.
said, okay,
I want
we'll talk about it.
Maruf, before
And
I come to
recently
you.
There have been arrests.
Before I come to you, I want G. Parthasarathi to respond to the. I want G. Parthasarathi to respond. Let's take it
Trying
first.
to create a terrorist.
Maruf, G. Parthasarathi, please. Maruf, I'm coming to you. G. Partha.
Your person, Balbush.
Yeah. Partha.
Well, look, I hold Mr. Sajjad in very high respect. He was chairman of the Senate when I was High Commissioner. And I'm sure they will do me the courtesy of listening to me, because I'm going to talk about, Arnab, you started about the diplomatic part of it. I don't believe there is going to be a coup because the army is effectively ruling. When Nawaz Sharif was away, General Rahil Sharif summoned all the ministers, including the defense minister, to the GHQ. So that's the situation, which I'm not saying it's all over the world press. Now, so I won't get into the internal politics, but Pakistan is now has taken this up in the UN Security Council. Let me tell him there'll be no takers. Even China, all-weather friend, when it comes to Jammu and Kashmir, says this is an issue to be settled between the two of you. So the Security Council doesn't bother me. But I have been observing developments in Pakistan's other borders. The Iranian president was furious with them after General Rahil Sharif insulted him. 4 Iranian soldiers were killed on the border, the Iranians claimed by Pakistani-based terrorists, 6 days ago. President Ashraf Ghani has gone to the NATO and accused them of sponsoring terrorism. Then, therefore, they are looking at being, all 3 neighbors with whom they share land borders. They have problems. And that is not a very good diplomatic situation to be in. Secondly, I'd like to say that Ashraf Ghani was caught carrying an AK-47 rifle. AK-47 rifles don't grow on the trees of India. They're not manufactured in India. The Indian Armed Forces don't use them. We know where they come from. I'll tell you what has really happened. This about 6 or 8 years of insurgency using Lashkar and Jaish has failed. They have tried to get a few young men in southern Kashmir, and that's going to fail because the poster boy of Facebook is gone. And what happens is, just after he dies, interestingly, very next day, Hafiz Saeed and Salahuddin meet at Muzaffarabad, the capital of the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. So the patterns are clear. Diplomatically, I am not worried because the US Congress is going to debate this.
No, diplomatically, it's not an issue.
And just one last point.
Yeah.
One last point. I would like to mention 1.5 lakh Pakistani troops are in their own Northwest Frontier province. That Operation Zarb-e-Azab has resulted in 1.9 million people homeless. I'm quoting Pakistani figures. 170,000 have returned. Many of them have crossed the border into Afghanistan and taken to arms. So they're already having heat. So as far as I'm concerned, India doesn't have to do anything. Mr. Ashraf Ghani, President Rouhani and the Americans are doing the job. Diplomatically, no worries.
Diplomatically, it's not a concern.
Out.
No, so that's
it's
the
not
point.
a concern at all.
No, that's the point.
What I'm saying is, also bear in mind,
yeah,
a Pakistani national of great eminence, Mahmood Khan Achakzai, has questioned the validity of the Durand Line for the first time.
Yeah.
And said the Afghan border extends up to Attock.
No, diplomatically.
Into Balochistan.
No, but Mr. Parthasarathi, but Mr. Parthasarathi, surely, Shafqat Singh.
Don't allege wrong things.
What is wrong in what he has alleged,
Shafqat?
Shafqat?
Something wrong.
What is factually? What is factually?
You won't let me speak later on.
No, I will let you.
No, please. You corrected me, I listened to you.
Okay, you tell him where he's factually wrong. Okay, Shafqat Singh, correct, Mr. Parthasarathi.
Please tell me where I'm factually wrong.
That they belong to KPK.
Who?
Yes, he said only this thing. He never said that the Durand Line does not exist.
He said, sorry, he didn't use the words explicitly. But he said the border of Afghanistan
he did not
extends
use this word
Attock, which means he does not recognize the Durand Line. He may not have explicitly said it, but anyone with an iota of political sense will know what he was saying. And let me tell you this, people from the tribal areas are on the other side.
Sense.
I'm just quoting facts.
Version of conclusion, and you say it
as a diplomat who has lived 5.5 years in Pakistan, I know not to misquote.
And I'm sorry,
facts.
you have not been able to know Pakistan.
You can find me wrong.
I'm sorry, you wasted your time in Pakistan.
But you can't find me wrong on fact.
Now, this is what you learned in Pakistan, that you go and you fuel the difference and you try to increase the gulf. What good are you
5.5 years I've understood
subcontinent?
You. Don't forget, I'm not from North India. I'm from South India. I have no emotional attachments at all to Pakistan. I treat you like any foreign power.
No, I don't need that
Perhaps
emotional
an
attachment.
adversarial power.
But I need a
It's a foreign
sense
power.
in Indian diplomat that he must understand that what opportunities this border afford us. This is a very good border, and we can generate there are a lot of potentials in this border, and we
I
must
am all
exploit
for
those.
best.
We are so unlucky,
Sir, I am
and
all
that is
for good
because of your
relations
this
with you.
attitude that
I
we
would
have
like
not been
trade.
able to benefit,
I would like
and the
economics.
subcontinent is suffering.
I would like
you see,
connectivity.
one second.
Subcontinent being a big
One sec,
country,
one sec.
and
Shafqat
try
Saeed,
to make this
Shafqat
big
Saeed,
country.
Shafqat Saeed,
What are you talking
Colonel
about?
Saeed,
You are only
Colonel Saeed, I would
Serve
like,
the people of subcontinent by
Colonel
touching
Shafqat Saeed,
something which is dividing.
you're getting unnecessarily
Please talk
worked up.
something which is converging.
Shafqat Saeed, you're getting unnecessarily worked up. Let me explain to you the circumstances that are in the present.
not worked up.
I will take
Look at
30
your
seconds. I will
Why
take
you
30
try
seconds.
Why you want the
Your
people of
comments are
subcontinent
like
to suffer?
interfering in Pakistan's affairs.
30-40 सेकंड लूंगा आप जरा प्लीज आबिद राव मेरी बात समझिए जनरल जसवाल ने कुछ नहीं बोला
देखिए,
है
आप जो बात कर
मारूफ
रहे
ने
हैं
कुछ नहीं
इसका
बोला है अभी
नुकसान
तक
बरसगीर के लोगों
आप
का
मेरी
है
बात सुनिए
और
यकीन
बरसगीर
कीजिए
के लोगों के
यकीन
नुकसान में
कीजिए
इंडिया का नुकसान पड़ा है।
यकीन तो कर लीजिए यकीन कीजिए कि मैं जो कह रहा हूं आज आप अगर थोड़ा सा समय देके मेरी बात सुने तो आप समझेंगे कि आपके इंटरेस्ट में कह रहा हूं नहीं समझिए मेरी बात पहली बात यह है
आप मेरे interest में कोई बात नहीं कर सकते, आप
मारूफ
आप
wanted to come in मारूफ wanted to come चलिए मैं मारूफ wanted to come in to begin with I just have a right to my observation you see we are a democracy you may not be but in a democracy I have a right to have my opinion so let me say it to begin with you're going and crying to these 5 countries in the UN Security Council is futile because you have zero credibility as a nation. You are a nation that has spent more than half its independent existence under the rule of military dictatorship.
You are colorblind or you have got very poor vision that you don't see things in correct perspective.
And with what face are you approaching the
Pakistan
Security
is a very
Council?
important country.
You are about to have another
Pakistan is
coup.
the forefront country at this time.
Sir, you are going to have another coup.
There is no coup.
You are going to have another coup. So you should be careful about that instead of going crying to 5 countries about it. And by the way, nobody takes it seriously.
Arnab, have a heart.
See-
This is a small political party which wants that Rahil Sharif should continue. He should accept the extension that government is offering him,
Right.
which Rahil Sharif has already rejected, and he says he would retire on duty.
Maruf, please.
And you are
Maruf.
making what of it? Look at you.
Maruf on the other side, please. Maruf Raza on whether Pakistan's going
Arnab.
crying to the UN, appealing to the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council will work. Maruf. Yeah, Maruf, go on.
Arnab, I'd request the Pakistani panelists to just give me a minute or two. I just want to make 3 or 4 points, and these are based on historical facts. Point 1, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Point 1. When Colonel Shaukat Saeed was talking about the importance of the Afghan-Pak border, it is very important to Pakistan, but not for reasons that we normally talk about. It is important because there is a massive movement of people and a normal refugee crisis that often builds up because of the porous border. They recently had a huge standoff when they were trying to build border posts and fences in a place called Torkham. And this has led to a lot of bad blood between them and the Afghans, because the reason is that while Pakistan says a lot of refugees come in, what also happens from the border, there is a massive drug trade that happens from the border with which the military benefits. So there is this a recorded fact. The second point I want to bring out, when military coups happen, we often don't get warnings, at least in the case of Pakistan, and they're often welcomed by the people. If the military is already ruling the roost, as is the case right now, there is no need for a coup, because the military is the most powerful political entity in Pakistan. Every Pakistani knows that, and the world knows that. So therefore, Rahil Sharif, my guess is that Rahil Sharif will not take an extension, but he might be the next man to become the president of Pakistan, because he enjoys such popularity. The third point I want to bring out, and I want to bring this out for the notice of the distinguished former president of Pakistan, that, sir, when you talk of UN resolutions and settlement of Kashmir issue with the UN resolution, I want to ask you, sir, with your own experience, which is the route that you wish to follow with India? Do you wish to follow the UN resolution route, or do you wish to follow the Shimla Accord and the Shimla Agreement? If you follow the UN resolution route, let me make it simple for you. It is a 3-part resolution. where both sides agreed a ceasefire, you had to withdraw completely from the territory of Jammu and Kashmir and we would hold a plebiscite. You didn't do that, we can't hold a plebiscite. You want to follow the Shimla Agreement route, then it says again and again from column 1 to column 5 in the Shimla Agreement, which I've just been reading just now before the start of the debate, that at all costs both countries will keep peaceful relations with each other. We will respect each other's sovereignty, we will respect each other's territorial integrity, and we will resolve issues by dialogue. When we had dialogue with you, even then you initiated an insurgency. So how is it that now dialogue with you will make things any better? Are you willing to pull back? Or are you willing to keep fueling an insurgency which leads to fireworks and the killing of people like Burhan Wani, who by all accords was a recognized terrorist? You may call him a freedom fighter, but I think the world has agreed in the last 10 years that one man's freedom fighter is no more another man's terrorist and vice versa. A freedom fighter and a terrorist are two different entities.
I'd like Wasim Sajjad to respond, Abid Rao to come in,
so please answer me.
And General Jaswal,
what is it that you want from India? What is it that you want? And I will give you answers that what are your options?
Self-defeating. They are self-defeating. They say that the army enjoys the popularity, so they'll take over. And you're talking about
everything is self-defeating. Whatever we give, Air Marshal Saab,
please give
whatever options we present to you. My experience has been, whatever options we present to you, you will catch the other end of the stick.
Okay.
For once, come on to a level playing field and let's find a way forward.
UN resolution because India has failed the spirit of Simla Agreement. India since 1970 has failed to hold any meaningful talks and proven to the world that India cannot come to any honorable
Did the Shimla Agreement, Air Marshal, did the Shimla Agreement give you the right? Did the Shimla Agreement give you the right to initiate a proxy war? Did the Shimla Agreement give you the authority to send in terrorists into India? Who failed the Shimla Agreement? Ask yourself.
No.
Who initiated an insurgency? Who sent in Mujahideen into Kashmir? Who sent in Kalashnikovs? Who created a sectarian divide in Kashmir? Who created the Wahhabi culture in Kashmir?
Who sent?
Did Shimla Agreement talk of that?
What the hell was he doing in Balochistan? You are housing most of our terrorists.
सर ये कमांडर यादव तो पैदा भी नहीं हुआ था जब बलूच इंसर्जेंसी शुरू हो गई थी Your बलूच इंसर्जेंसी started 60 years ago. Commander Yadav is only 47.
They are not comparable.
You mean to say he started this?
I want to understand.
About Gujarat.
I want to understand. Abid Rao, listen. Abid Rao, General Abid Rao. Air Marshal Abid Rao. Air Marshal.
Sir, Baluch.
Maruf, 1 minute.
If you talk of Balochistan, I will tell you such facts that you will be so embarrassed, you will want to digress.
Coin another slogan for yourself.
Maruf, 1 second. Abid Rao, sawal mein, I want to get Wasim Sajjad and General Jaswal back to the debate so that we can remain focused, and I want to go back to Mr. Parsati as well.
Women. Musharraf condoned rape in Balochistan. Musharraf killed Nawab Bhukti in Balochistan, for which he still faces charges.
How many did you kill in Tamil Nadu?
Who has killed all these people? You have the lowest human rights index in
Mr. Parsati will respond to that. Mr. Parsati is responding to Abid Rao. Only both of them, please. Mr. Parsati and Abid Rao, please. Mr. Parsati, Maruf, please take a break. 1 second. Mr. Parsati is saying something. Go on.
Air Marshal, I don't want to interrupt you, but you say how many people you kill in Tamil Nadu. I am from Tamil Nadu. No Tamil Nadu has died to a bullet. Tamilian has died to a bullet.
In Sri Lanka, in Sri Lankan insurgency, what was India's role in that? How many Sikhs have you killed in Khalistan movement? I mean, India should not talk about human rights and decent values. Look what you people are doing to people in Kashmir now.
Your history, right?
We are not talking about it. You are talking about it. Not we.
I'm telling you, your real face.
You are a sovereign country. I'm a sovereign country.
We are a sovereign country. But the Simla Agreement has been failed by India. Pakistan should just, I think, go away with that and go to the UN.
Yeah, sure.
Or even if UN doesn't
The
respond,
problem
it doesn't
is,
matter.
the problem
This movement, I am sure, is homegrown,
Please do go.
and
Because Air
Pakistan
Marshal-
should actually
because Air
help
Marshal-
these people
Please
to
go. You are the
gain
angels
freedom
from
from
heaven.
India.
Once a Partha.
Please go to the UN. You will get a reality check.
My point is,
Please go.
No,
Yeah.
UN may not help us. We don't mind that.
nobody
We
will.
want this movement must succeed.
You see-
the Kashmiris have suffered a
You-
lot.
you know,
and they must be given total freedom to live the way they want.
And then go to the UN and prepare your arguments well.
Maruf,
because you will get very
Maruf,
embarrassed.
Maruf, I want
There
General
is no
Jaswal and
more
Wasim
reported
Sajjad back
agency.
on the debate, please.
No more
General
reported
Jaswal.
agency.
General
Just a
Jaswal. General
reporting
Jaswal wanted to
center.
make a point to Wasim Sajjad also, please. And remember this. Remember
can
this
I-
before General Jaswal comes in.
May I
You are
request
approaching the UN when a military coup could be imminent in
Yeah.
your hopelessly fragile democracy. When you are going with a begging bowl to the same countries who condemned you when your army took over the reins of power in your
Forget
country.
about begging boy. India has been a begging country
Relax,
all its life.
come on.
We're talking about it
Let's
now.
be reasonable with each other.
Air Marshal, can I
General
speak,
Jaswal,
please?
General Jaswal, please. General Jaswal, yeah.
May I
Yes, General.
May I request you kindly, may I request you please,
Go on.
Your Excellency, the ex-president of Pakistan, I would like to tell you one thing, that your unfinished agenda was very well described by Maruf Raza. Now, the second part, the third part, the plebiscite part, was to be held after you withdrew from to the initial areas. De facto, the plebiscite has taken place starting from 52. The formulation of the Constituent Assembly, which was chosen by the people, which framed the Constitution of J&K. Thereafter, repeated participation in the national election, wherein the members have been going to the parliament. So de facto, the will of the people has been expressed. Now, unveiling the spectrum of truth.
Why are you having thousands of troops
coined
in India, Kashmir? Why is it that thousands of
Just
people
a second,
have died?
please,
Why
kindly.
is it that there is repression in Kashmir? Why is it that there are curfews in Kashmir? Why is it
let
that
me
people are being
finish.
killed and murdered? If the democratic will has been expressed, why is this unrest in
If
Kashmir?
you,
and why are you concerned now that Pakistan is approaching the
Yeah, I'll
government
tell you,
members of
I'm
the
coming
Security
to it. If
Council
you allow me to
bring
speak.
their notice, the atrocities being committed.
Will you please kindly allow me
and
to
everything
speak?
is okay and everything is normal in Kashmir.
I will tell
What
you
is the
why.
worry? Why are you concerned?
I will tell you the why part of it.
You are in a state
please
of
listen
denial.
to me.
You are in a state of denial.
Unveiling
You
the
think
spectrum of
that by
truth.
just sleeping
Who
over the
coined
matter,
Optopac?
this Kashmir question will come
Who
to an
coined
end.
Optopac?
Let me tell you that it will not come to an end. This will continue to
Will you
grow.
please listen
and
to me?
more and more people are becoming martyrs.
The
in
problem
Kashmir.
is
This
you
a
people do
movement that is
not want to
unending.
listen.
Mr. Sajjad, Mr. Sajjad, listen. Mr. Sajjad, listen. Mr. Sajjad, listen. The reality is this.
I do not
Mr.
want to
Mr. Sajjad, I think you should let General Jaswal respond, complete his point here today. And I just want to add one point. I think
Please,
all he is saying is
kindly-
be realistic. United States of America on the 12th of July rebuffed you saying it's not your business. France has rebuffed you saying don't waste our time. You went to crying to Russia. They said you don't have substance in your argument. You went, Mr. 1 second. You went to the UK. You went to the UK and David Cameron told you that you are an exporter of terrorism. This is the kind of insult you faced worldwide.
If Pakistan is bringing,
No, I'm saying I thought you would have a modicum of self-respect.
Why are you concerned?
No,
You
some
should be quite
self-respect.
happy about it.
Some self-respect.
Why are you concerned?
No, just
the fact is,
maybe you
that
should have some
thousands
self-respect.
of troops have not
Okay, General
been able
Jaswal can
to
complete.
stop
I think,
this movement in Kashmir.
General Jaswal complete his
You
point. I think
want-
Partha also
you
wants to
felt
complete.
that this would come to an end. It has not.
Please.
People have died and thousands
Please,
have
I'll
died.
request you to
Widows,
kindly give me.
children. These are human rights violations that the world
Please.
is taking notice of.
Yeah, what about
I will-
Balochistan? What about
Come on,
Balochistan?
I will answer your
You should not be
queries.
concerned.
No, what about Balochistan?
Right.
What about Balochistan? Why do you want the world to remain oblivious to the plight of
about
Baluchis
Balochistan?
and bring the focus on India's internal issues? Why are you too afraid to talk about scrutiny in your own backyard? Why do you want self-determination for Kashmiris, but you don't offer the same to the Baluchis? Why do you? No, I'm sorry, sir. Now that you're interrupting me, why do you want to go crying to the world about India, but you're up in arms when anyone brings out your own sordid history of abuse in Balochistan. Your sordid history of abuse in Balochistan. Your sordid, your shame in Balochistan, which you want to keep a secret. Why do you don't want to talk about the human rights violations in Balochistan? And let General Jaswal complete, please. Let sir, 1 minute. You demand a plebiscite. Sir, you demand a plebiscite. Sir, one second, sir, Mr. Sajjad. You demand a plebiscite in Kashmir. Are you afraid to hear the voice of the people of Gilgit-Baltistan?
That should be an issue.
What about the voice of people in Gilgit-Baltistan?
There is none.
What about the voice of people in Gilgit-Baltistan? What about the rights of people in Gilgit-Baltistan?
Due regards.
You are talking about voices all over
I'm talking about Gilgit-Baltistan.
Kashmir, which is pending in the United
I'm talking about I'm talking about Gilgit-Baltistan. Now, please, sir, please hear General Jaswal. Let him complete his point, sir.
Committed in writing that they would be.
So I think he must be allowed to complete his point. General Jaswal, complete your point.
A respected Prime Minister, leader of your country, the first Prime Minister of India, he committed and he brought the matter to the United Nations. He was the person.
Will you allow someone else to speak, please?
General Jaswal, please.
Will your vocal cords kindly rest at peace for a while?
There will be a plebiscite in Kashmir. Today, in 2016, we are still looking forward to that plebiscite.
I want General Jaswal to be allowed to make his point. Go on, please, General Jaswal.
Because you are responsible. Kindly. Second, kindly please allow me. Second, who unveiled Optopac? Who called terrorists as a strategic critical mass? Using the word excessive force? What is happening in Balochistan? Please search your heart, be truthful. That is the reason there is problem in J&K, because of your strategic agenda of creating unrest. As per Optopac, 1,000 cuts on India. That is the reason. It is not because the people of J&K want something else. On the contrary, we should claim POK from you.
Sit down on the table.
Allow me to finish.
Sort out these issues.
Will you?
Why are we just
you won't allow
each other, fighting each other?
How can you sort out the issue when you are still
I think the point is,
listen to each other's point of view. And
I understand, Mr. Sajjad, your basic contention. No, your basic contention, and I want Mr. Parthasarathy to explain it to you.
I'm sorry to say.
No. General Jaswal, I want Mr. Parthasarathy to explain this in a very rational manner to the former acting president of Pakistan.
Roger.
Understand, sir, you have your rights to dream.
Roger.
Nobody is going to stop you from dreaming. But over the years, some sense of reason, the condition of your people, of your democracy, of your economy, your bankrupt nature, your low stature in the world, the fact that you get kicked around in whichever country you go to, why doing this tamasha? Don't you have any self-respect? You have on 2 occasions been president of Pakistan in the past. You have absolutely no self-respect. Russia kicks you. UK calls you an exporter of terrorism. The US tells you to get lost. France doesn't give you a hearing. You want to fool the hungry people in your country by saying, Mr. Sajjad, that we are going to the UN? Mr. Parthasarathy is absolutely correct when he tells you, nobody has the time for you anymore. Nobody has the time for you anymore, and let him respond to you. Mr. Parthasarathy, the argument seems to be, sir, don't get angry with me. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not raising my voice. I am asking you today, why, when you okay, Partha, tell me, Mr. Parthasarathy, tell me, why are they wasting their time by going to the UN? If it is a foregone conclusion, Mr. Parthasarathy, why are they doing this whole business of going to the UN? What are they aimed at? Partha.
I will tell you why.
Mr. Parthasarathy.
I think,
why don't we talk as sensible
Mr. Sajjad, if you'll permit
me, resolve these issues rather than just keep accusing each
Mr.
other
Sajjad,
that you're a terrorist.
if you permit me.
You are, don't have
Mr. Sajjad.
The point is that we are neighbors. And that is a fact of geography we cannot ignore. The fact is that we have problems with each other, and I think we should sit down and try and resolve these problems.
Right.
If countries all over the world can democratically solve those issues.
Sir, listen. I'll one second. Partha, before you come in, I must say this.
Why can't we?
Partha, I'll tell you why. Mr. Sajjad, please listen to me. I'll tell you why. Simple answer, and you won't like it, because Kashmir is a purely Indian matter. Pakistan has no business because Jammu and Kashmir is, was, will
This
be.
is what I'm saying.
Jammu and Kashmir, sir, we are a large,
Indian
powerful
matter.
democracy.
Why do you have so many thousands
Sir, we are a large economy, a powerful
Why do you have to
country.
kill people like
We are capable of
Wani in
taking
Kashmir?
care of our own
Why do you
interests.
have to pit
Kashmir is an integral part of India,
do you
just
have
as Lahore is.
Kashmir is
I am sure you will continue to hope.
If you're
I'm sure you will continue to hope that unless you provoke India too much, sir, unless you provoke India too much, you will want even Lahore and Karachi to be an integral part of Pakistan. So let me tell you, at least for now, Lahore is an integral part of Pakistan and Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. And nobody went complaining to the UN when supporters of the murderer Mumtaz Qadri, the killer of Salman Taseer, were protesting in Islamabad, more than 25,000 of them wanting him to be declared a martyr. Nobody went complaining. Nobody went complaining to the United Nations when your security forces clashed with protesters in Karachi over a strike in February this year. Nobody. Sir, listen to me. Nobody went complaining to the United Nations when famous Sufi singer Amjad Sabri was gunned down on the streets of Karachi. Nobody went complaining to the UN when Christians in Lahore took out a protest in May this year. So you know what? Mind your own business. Now Partha is saying something to you. Partha, sir, mind your own business. That's all.
Why can't we, like sensible,
Sir, like sensible people, we are telling you, you don't poke your nose into our affairs.
There's no problem.
Simple. Now let Partha say something. Please participate in the discussion. Partha.
As I said, I don't buy this business of a coup. There is no need for a coup. But there has been a huge tussle between Nawaz Sharif and Rahil Sharif. I call it the tussles of the Sharifs. And there's no point my Pakistani friends deny it.
There is
it's
no
all over the
tussle
world.
other than the one which is
No, just a minute. Just a minute. Let me
complete.
complete, sir. I didn't interrupt you. So my point is, right at the present moment, with this internal tussle, each side is trying to be more radical on India than the other. So Mr. Nawaz Sharif, who came here and said very sweet things, goes to the UN. I recognize this a part of Pakistan's internal politics. But if you think the rest of the world is going to listen to Pakistan's internal politics, the answer is no. I stand by it. Not one of the five, including China, will back you. That's the reality. Because even they have said, ever since the visit of Jiang Zemin in 1996, just a minute, please settle it bilaterally. We did discuss it bilaterally between 2004 and 2007.
I just want to take on
when there was no terrorism. In fairness, for 3 years, we discussed it. And there was peace, we were trading across the line of control. Things changed. When General Musharraf left, General Kayani came. This is why the army chief is important. And Mumbai struck us. So right now, you have a government which says that terrorism
you must be knowing why
and dialogue cannot go hand in hand.
I think you have read that book.
I'm sure if we go back
that whole drama
to the restraints you observed on terrorism between 2004-2007, we'll go back to dialogue. But India,
have you read that book?
India is not going to yield to pressure of terrorism and all this Burhan Wani and all these guys. They feel nice as a teenager to be carrying an AK-47 which has come from across the line of control. We don't have it here.
Your beef politics gave him the turn.
Maruf.
No, it was internal. It was poor politics.
Maruf.
It was PDP and poor politics.
I told you how Burhan Wani came up because the Lashkar could no longer fight.
By your own government, which is sitting there.
Maruf has the last word on this debate tonight.
Everybody is turning against you.
Sir,
even your paid puppets are turning against you.
I'll tell you one thing.
It is not that Pakistan has indoctrinated 900,000 plus people into this.
Sir, if I were to tell you,
anti-Indian.
One second. Okay, Shafqat Saeed. Last word to Maruf Raza on this debate tonight. I don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get nothing.
To the normal.
You are going to get nothing when you go to the US. You're going to only fool your people. Maruf.
Know your place.
You're going to fool your people all over again. What do you gain by fooling your own people? What do you gain by fooling your own people? Maruf.
Khan Sahab, just give me 1 minute. I just want to make 3 quick points. Every time Pakistanis raise the issue of Baluchistan, I tell them to read 2 books by eminent Pakistanis. One by Akbar Ahmed called The Thistle and the Drone. The other by Murtaza Razvi of The Dawn. Both of them have talked in detail about the Baluch issue in chapters there, and there is no mention there whatsoever about India's roles in it. These are Pakistani authors. There is a book on Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan by Christopher Snedden, who by your own permission spent 17 years in that country. And he has given para-chapter and verse about the level of freedom and atrocities that happen there in so-called your Azad Kashmir, which is anything but Azad. We are not creating problems there. It is your self-created problem. If you were to look at a plebiscite, that will be also a region that will be brought in. And I wouldn't be surprised if it opts entirely to come to stay with India. It was not for nothing that Musharraf was called the butcher of Baluchistan. And
Abidra,
I've been hearing these figures for 25 years.
Abidra.
You started with 200,000. You started with 200,000 Indian troops there. Now you're talking of 900,000. General Jaswal is sitting here, who has been a former Northern Army commander. He will admit by his own account that Northern Army doesn't have more than 330,000 troops, of which only 50% are deployed
exactly.
in
General Jaswal.
the valley. The rest are on the LOC in Kashmir, northern Kashmir, in Siachen, and in the
give me just 30 seconds. I want to conclude.
Even if I give you one-third,
I will tell you what I'm talking about.
That figure is the realistic figure.
Just give me 30 seconds. Yes, Abidra.
So don't exaggerate, sir. If you give us a realistic assessment,
that you have done much better for the Indian.
And my final point, you will never have a settlement over Kashmir. Because if Kashmir is settled, Pakistan will fall apart. Ornav, this is my final assessment. You will not have a settlement on Kashmir. Because without Kashmir, Pakistanis will be left rudderless. They will have nothing to keep the country together. Islam doesn't hold them together. It is anti-Indianism in Kashmir. So they will keep creating problems over Kashmir. You can never resolve the problem.
We are not now banking on UN. We know this movement will bear fruit on its own movement.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If I were to tell you today,
yes.
Oh, really?
Pray a little harder, sir.
Why don't you sit on a magic carpet and hope to fly?
Maybe finally the Lord Almighty will listen to you.
No, you sit on a magic carpet and hope to fly. I'm telling you, Abidra. Until the magic carpet takes off, let me tell you, Jammu and Kashmir was and will be a part of India. I'll tell you for 1,000 lifetimes, 10 years. For 1,000 lifetimes and more, Jammu and you should reconcile yourself. You will end up being bitter, sorry, unhappy, because Jammu and Kashmir will be a part of a great country called India. Now you guys can go and hang your coats where you want. I'm sorry for your situation, but that's how it's going to be. I thank you all very much for joining me on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight. Thank you.